You probably heard the normie self-improvement advice that goes like, oh, do the hard work. You have to work hard to progress. You have to do hard stuff to progress. But the only thing that should be hard is you. Only you should be hard. But I realized that saying that work is hard actually is pretty counterintuitive. For example, if you say, oh, I'm gonna work hard, you portray that the work is gonna be really mentally tough and challenging. Or if you say that I'm gonna eat hard, it's gonna be really hard to eat. So you're basically saying that it's gonna be harder than it actually is. Now you've said that I'm gonna go eat. You don't really say that it's gonna be so hard. So even if you do the same amount of work or like eat the same amount of food, it's gonna seem less painful and less strenuous on the brain. Now I also am tired of hearing this, oh, if you're not stressed out, you're not gonna make any progress. Or, oh, if you're not overwhelmed, you're not gonna make any progress. Now that's just absolutely stupid. I think it's pretty common sense that if you're feeling stressed or if you're overwhelmed, you're doing something wrong and that you're working too hard. I think that's pretty clear, because feeling stressed and feeling overwhelmed is not a good thing. Now you should, of course, lean over your edge, as the way the superior man says. Obviously, you have to like go over your actual edge and not make it too easy, but overwhelming yourself and stressing yourself out is not a good thing, because that ruins your mental health. And you have to have a strong brain and a strong body. There can't be one or the other. You have to have both. But people think that if they aren't stressed, they're not going to make any progress, which just is not true. But basically, all this stuff combined, and thinking that the work is going to be hard, stops you from actually accomplishing the work. Recently, you probably noticed that you haven't been able to do as much, or like you really haven't been able to do anything at all, because you're saying this. And maybe you've been struggling with work, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. So the first thing you want to do is completely remove your emotions, because saying that the work is hard actually turns on your brain, turns on the back part of your brain, which turns on your emotions, and you think, oh, it's gonna be hard, so I don't want to do it, which is pretty counterintuitive if you get what I'm saying. So when you said something's hard, your brain's more likely to say that it's too lazy to actually do that work or activity. So for example, you're probably saying, oh yeah, I'm working hard, bro, I'm doing all these hard things, but in reality you're not, because you probably haven't been doing as much actual meaningful work. Because meaningful work should seem pretty effortless if you actually enjoy doing it. You have to find that thing that you enjoy doing, you know? Like, you have to get into flow state, and when you get into flow state, you feel the best. It doesn't seem hard at all, it feels great, and you get so much done, and that work actually feels meaningful to you. Your work shouldn't be hard, it should be meaningful. But your emotions play a big part in if you want to do it, or if you don't want to do it. So what you have to do is completely remove them. And the best way to do that is to exercise in the morning, or just go for a run, or maybe hit a quick 1 hour session in the gym. You probably shouldn't do anything too hard in the morning, because then you're gonna feel very tired. But once you actually do something like an activity that requires exercise, you're gonna remove your emotional state and you're gonna think logically now. So logically, you know that you have to do the work, but your emotions tell you that you're too lazy, and you remove those emotions by exercising. And you're probably saying, oh no, I'm too lazy to exercise. See, that's your lizard brain saying that. I know that you're saying that to yourself. I know that your lizard brain, the lizard up there, is telling you to not exercise, but you have to. You have to go exercise in order to do this. Some people might click off because they get pissed, but I know that that lizard brain is talking to you and you don't want to exercise. No one wants to exercise, but you have to. You have to think logically and not emotionally. So exercising is the best way. For 1 hour you exercise, you struggle emotionally, you struggle with that emotional pain of being lazy, you struggle with that, bam, after that 1 hour you're done. You don't have to struggle emotionally anymore because your emotions are gone, and you can actually focus on your work logically, and you actually want to do that work. Now, another thing that people struggle with is distractions. I mean, that's pretty obvious, and distractions play a big part in your emotional state, and actually play a big part of you being lazy. So what you want to do is find that thing that's distracting you. For example, it'll be your phone, for example. Your phone is really distracting you, and you don't know what to do with it. Now, you find yourself working, and then you get a notification. Oh, bam! Oh, notification. Time to check my phone and scroll a little bit. Boom, you scroll. You wasted a bunch of brain points. Now you can get back to focusing on your work. That's a big problem you're probably having. So, how you want to fix that is really the best way. You want to get your phone, ask some close friend, or maybe your parents, maybe, I don't know. Or if you have a car, just put it in your car, or give it to your friend or your parent, and just give it to them. And tell them to not give it to you unless you say that you're done with work. And don't lie to yourself. I know you're probably going to try to lie to yourself. Oh, I'm done. I don't want my phone back. But keep yourself accountable, or else you're going to get pussy. But put your phone in your car. Leave it in your car. Close the car. Go back home. Bam. Now you can't access it. And if you're struggling with, I don't know, like YouTube, get like extensions to block the YouTube homepage. If you're struggling with like some other thing, I don't know. If you're struggling with prawn, P-O-R-N, if you're struggling with that, go to the library, go into public space and work, because you probably won't jerk it if you're in a public space, because it usually happens when you're alone in a room and you're bored. So now that you are doing all those things, you're working in a public space. First thing, you put your phone or like that distraction with it's distracting all the time. Bam, you have no other choice but to actually do the work. Now you want to do the work, because if you have no other choice, might as well do it. Now some of you might be saying like, oh no, I'd rather sit and do nothing and not do my work. But would you really? Imagine this. You're sitting in a dark room, and you can either sit in that room, sit in that chair, or you could do work. After 10 minutes of sitting in that room, you probably want to do the work, because you're going to be like, oh, why not? Just do it anyways. I'm still just sitting in a room doing nothing. The work is just going to be way more fun. So now that you have no emotions, bam, you exercised. And now that you're working in a public space, you have no distractions, you're going to do the work super easily. And it won't seem hard anymore, because you've made it easy for yourself. It'll seem fun. That's how you make work fun. Now, there's also a big thing that you can do after exercising, and it's going to give you that dopamine boost, that high. You're going to feel great, and you're actually going to want to do the work. And that activity is cold showers. Cold showers are like a cheat. They're like a hack, because when you cold shower, you put your body into a state of shock. It's like, why would you be in cold water for no reason? And your body sends these signals for you to take action, and it gives you all these dopamine, a bunch of dopamine flows to your head, because your body thinks that you're in danger, and it wants you to take action quickly, or else you're gonna die. Your body thinks that you're gonna die when you're in a cold shower. So it gives you all these feel-good hormones, and those feel-good hormones are literally a natural high. That's how you would feel if you're high, if you're just vapor, like if you smoke some nicotine or something like that. That's how it feels. You get a natural high, but you get that high naturally without ruining your lungs. So, you know how it feels when you're at a birthday party, like when you made a bunch of money, or like if you did something good and everyone's congratulating you. It's the same feeling, because your body thinks that you're gonna die, and it sends all these good hormones, and your brain feels great, and after that cold shower, you clear off bad thoughts, and you actually want to do the work. So the 3-step plan is to exercise first thing in the morning, do your little morning routine, exercise, do that, get your emotional thinking, struggle emotionally for an hour, bam, you only think logically now. After you've exercised, take a cold shower for like, I don't know, at least 2.5 minutes, boom, now you have all these good hormones in your brain, you feel great, and you have this natural high that makes you want to do the work. Now, third thing, if you're struggling with prawn, go into a public space, and nothing's gonna happen in public space, and you're gonna do the work. That's how you make hard work seem easy. And you're gonna feel great. So do all these things. Now I know that a lot of you are actually not gonna do it and you're just gonna go to the next video. But think about this. The people who actually execute these steps and get ahead of you, they execute this 3-step plan that I've just told you. They do all these 3 things. They're gonna be way ahead of you. And I'm gonna be way ahead of you. I'm doing these 3 things every single day, and I'm gonna be working hard. I'm gonna be getting so many things done, but you're still sitting, watching random YouTube videos. So in 5 years, I'm gonna be doing these 3 things, but you're gonna have to wait 5 more years in order to realize that, oh, I should have taken action before, and then you're gonna start doing this. But in those 5 years, I'm gonna be way ahead of you. I'm already gonna be so ahead of you, it's gonna be crazy. So I would recommend you to take action now, right after you close this video and close YouTube. Take action immediately. Do your work, do something, take action, because the people who execute this plan are gonna be way ahead of you, and I'm gonna be way ahead of you. You don't want that, right? I hope I gave you some knowledge in this video. Comment. I hope I gave you some knowledge in this video. Comment if you want. I'd like to hear some of your philosophies, what you thought about this video. And I hope this video helps you, bro. Subscribe if you want, and go get off YouTube.